Greetings, guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Monette, and this is my channel, Evolve with Monette, coming in with a quick download for you. Listen, for those of you that are new here, I am a professional intuitive empath, and full transparency, I have lived just like you guys. But this is something that I think a lot of us miss on our journeys with our partners. This is for the romantic folks or people that love someone or are waiting for a divine counterpart, masculine or feminine. When I upload the video, I will populate it fully, the title. But guys, let me tell you something. If you love someone so long that the world caught up with whatever the taboo was in your relationship and they still sabotaged it, they were not for you. Now, you may think, well, is this just your story, Monette? No. It does happen to be part, sure. But a lot of you guys tell me that there were these star-crossed lover scenarios that stopped you from being involved with your partner, and they made it difficult. And I want to tell you guys, as I tell you all the time, I counsel people from all over the world all the time, and people figure out how to be together when they want to be together. Okay, people figure out how to be together through cancer diagnoses, through terminal illnesses, through wars, through being across the world, through issues regarding families, through race differences, through sexuality differences, through ethnic and cultural differences. When someone wants to figure a thing out, they will figure a thing out. And a lot of us, especially my sweet empaths, my sweet divine feminines, and my sweet masculines, will sometimes be blind to someone who is purposely making something more difficult for us, repeatedly, purposely, over and over and over and over and over and over again. Hey, Gilly, my night's going good, sweetie. Good to see you. So, someone that is making it difficult is sabotaging you on purpose. And for my situation, I had a situation where the world had to catch up with a paradigm shift to make a relationship possible, and or to make something be facilitated. And I waited so long. In I had a couple situations like that. So let's just say I wasn't too quick on the uptake. So I had a couple situations where I waited so long that finally the world caught up, and whatever needed to happen in that relationship could have totally been, it was sanctioned, it was okay, societally approved, because that person, well, a couple of those people were definitely very caught up with what society thought, and they still sabotaged it. And that's when it dawned on me, like, oh, you never wanted this. And I was over here thinking, like, if only the world were different, and singing John Mayer, waiting on the world to change and all that nonsense. And the world did change. It changed so much, but that person stayed the same, or those people stayed the same. I wonder if you can think of any similarities in your life with people that made a lot of excuses about how things had to be just right and just perfect, and they could never see how it could work, but it's because they didn't want to work it. And that was a lesson that I learned. I'm a powerful builder and manifester with someone who will build with me. And if someone is not going to build with me, I divest expeditiously. I don't just say it, I mean it, I walk it. I don't care if you're my bestie, I don't care if you're my husband, I don't care if you're my wifey. I've had them all, and I have left them if I felt like they were on some nonsense and they were stringing me along. It means nothing to me. It doesn't mean that I don't love people deeply. Empath, we do, but it means that don't let people fuck with you. And I mean that, absolutely. People will too. And they have with me too. I wasn't always Miss Billy Badass. I don't think I am now, but I do know the difference between being led around or strung around by the nose by somebody who's treating me like one of their hoes. That's a message and a word for somebody. Okay, you are nobody's anybody on the roster. The reason we don't want to be on the roster is because we're not trying to be on the team. Because to have a divine masculine or feminine who is actually building, manifesting, is the romantic dream. They've lost their mind. As my fellow New Yorkers would say, F out of here. They've lost their mind. And so when you waste time investing in someone who's like, well, on the third equinox of the fifth spring alignment, when Venus and Saturn and the moon all come into one conjunction, and that is my verbiage, guys, but it's still BS if someone is selling you lies. Okay, I get that verbiage. I speak it. I work on this daily. I teach it. But that is not an excuse for someone to keep you on a shelf in a box for their misuse while they go sleep with everybody or treat everybody else like you should be treated and then tell you, wait, but you keep yourself receded, keep the chastity belt tightened, and keep your fidelity only fixated on them while their fidelity doesn't exist. It's many men, many women, many everybody. When you are spending time, wasting your time, let me correct that, trying to make sure that they can see your reality, paint them a vision of your dream, paint with all the colors of the wind, sing a song like Pocahontas sings, and they're like, yes, I just need more time. It's BS. Let me come at a different angle. This is for my people that are in third parties, that are in a third party you don't want to be a part of, okay? If you're into polyamory and that's your jam, I'm not going to yuck your yum. But if you're in a third party and you don't realize it, don't get treated dumb. Sometimes people will inadvertently, I thought it was crazy. I was such an innocent. I did not think that people would try to drag you into a third party without your permission. I don't know why I thought everybody was so honest and forthcoming and we all communicate with our words. That's the teacher to me. Bullshit. People will blind you, drag you into something and be like, oh my gosh, I don't know why you're upset that I'm treating you this way when you never gave me permission. Aren't you my property? I am so perplexed. Guys, don't let people do that to you. And listen, not just my own story, what I see happen with clients every single day, what I see happen with clients that will not push their comfort zone away. My divine masculine, feminines, and empaths, my earth angels. Sometimes we love somebody so bad that we'll stay in a thing that is sick. Sometimes we'll love somebody so bad that we'll offer up something that's a part of us that we wish wasn't it. And what I mean by that is how many of you have offered yourself to be part of more than two, thinking that it was the best that you can do. That's a message and a word. Don't do it. It doesn't mean we haven't. It doesn't mean we haven't been there. But on the second go round, listen, because I'm not an innocent here. In my early 20s, I was like, have us all, because I didn't care. I didn't value myself. I didn't understand with what trepidation and fear I was greatly and wondrously made. I didn't understand my worth. And so I thought, this is a game I want to play. 20 years later, fast forward, with someone similar, the same person tried to pull me into a three. I was kickboxing, Mortal Kombat, motherfucking fatality. I meant that. I was like, you have lost your mind. Don't let somebody waste your time. Don't let somebody play with your mind. Don't let somebody tell you every excuse they can find about how if only the stars could align, when all they want is a security blanket and to keep you blind to the truth, blind to the BS, blind to the parts of your youth that you gave away and that you lost waiting while they played. Don't be me. Don't be some of my clients. Don't be some of the people that you see on TV. Don't be some of those people that end up in Snapped. Don't be some of those people that don't get their life back. Don't be some of those people that form a prison bond with their new boo because the one on the outside took them through because they wanted three to be two, to be three to be two. They were doing the devil's mathematics, and I mean that. Don't be that. I have clients that I've counseled through court cases that ended up in jail with eggs on their faces because they lost their mind trying to give somebody time and then they snapped. It's real, y'all. Don't look back. Be Lot's wife. If you've escaped that dark, hellish night, don't let anybody paint you any lie that's white. If only in the still of the night a lion could sing and two monkeys didn't fight, then maybe our love could finally take wings. And like Shakespeare, the sonnets we'd sing, people are full of shit. And the ones that are the most full of it are called narcissists. Message. If you're dealing with someone narcissistic, third party is their forte. Having people clamoring and being attracted to them when they're declining and aging like milk is the game they like to play because they know the time is ticking. They know the drugs they're taking. They know the drinks they're drinking. They know the spell games they're playing are backfiring energetically, actually, and physically. So they need to keep you around to be part of their fucked up three so that they can siphon your good empath energy and deliciously drink of you vampirically because it's their favorite thing to do. Reality check for all of my boos. I love you. And sometimes you come here and I'm loud. That's true. And sometimes you come here and I'm down. That's true. And sometimes you come here and I'm up, but I'm always fighting for you. It doesn't matter what position I'm in, I'm here to set you free. Do not be part of the crazy three, unless, again, that's your jam and you like polyamory. Narcissists use triangulation, even if it's not sexual, to get you off kilter, to have you competing with people that are not your caliber, that do not deserve your energy, that couldn't even wash your shoes, that couldn't even a peasant be to you. Not even a peasant could they be. You wouldn't even gaze upon them actually. People get mad and say, oh, you shouldn't say things like that. Who of us is a lesser of we? Yes, yes, a desperata exists, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourselves. However, when you're dealing with a narcissist, you're in hell. And does it get any less than that? Does it get any more degraded? Does it get any more demonic than those flying monkeys that are always filled with hate to be hated? With lies to be told, with gossip and smear campaigns to be patrolled around to ruin you, when all you ever tried to do was lend a helping hand of that sweet empathy to set them actually free of the demons that they sold their soul to happily. Come on, Dr. Seuss. Come on, angels. I'm speaking truths to you tonight. Do not get it wrong. It's time to get it right. When you are with somebody, they will fight. Not fight you, Amber Heard, crazy bitches. Not fight against you and switch it up, narcissist is. Not a word, y'all. Not fight you and make you feel like you're changing faces. Not fight you and try to switch your karmic places. Take your destiny, take the goodness out of you, take out your humanity because they have them. They've always been jealous of you. They wanted you to be on the run. And so they put you against somebody who's actually dumb, who is actually dumb, and maybe full of all the other things that rhyme with that. They do that to try to get you back. How dare you like yourself? How dare you have some pride? How dare you put me in the friend zone and tell me to step aside? Everybody wants me. Can't you see? I am the grandest of all narcissists, the greatest of all the he's and the she's. Everybody wants me. But you didn't, empath. Not to that degree, not unless they were going to have your back, but have your back is nothing they understood. Only knives did they have to put in it over and over again. And then they look at you and said, but weren't we friends? Don't you abandon me. Can't you see? I've always just loved you so freely, but instead they were spiting you actually. Some of the people that you call husband, wife, friend, whatever, were taking parts of your life, siphoning your energy, and pretending and breadcrumbing you that they were going to ever be a healthy part of a couple, just the two of you. They did not want that. They wanted accolades. They wanted to be part of the group. They wanted fake clout. They wanted free food. I mean, the things people sell themselves for. It'll change your mood to see the depravity that we succumb to. But what I can actually say to you is don't manifest being the third party boo, and don't let someone waste your time. Forget about the third party. Maybe that's not your thing. It was a heavy message today in all of my readings. So everybody was like, well, what about this other person? And how are you going to be with them and whatever? And I was like, oh, my babies. But I know that endeavor because I've walked that road. And I did it and transmuted it. And I took the load and I turned it into laundry that was clean when all that was thrown was dirty at me. It's not an easy thing to do. It's not an easy way to be, but it is the path of divine feminine, empath, earth angel energy. It's what we do. And it means that someone will betray you, lie to you, breadcrumb you, and you will be so naive, like me too, that you will go along for a while until you find you. That's really what the journey's about. It's not just about being in perpetuity of hurt, sadness, pain, and depression. Now I let the sunshine in. Now I can come to you and I can sound away, but it's because I have vitriol, because day after day, I see that these demons roam the earth. It's not just the one I dealt with, or the 2, or the 3, or the 8. It's many. They are legion. And it is a great spiritual battle. Do not be dismayed and do not be discouraged and do not be fooled. If you're not into Christianity or religion or spirituality, let me tell you, spiritual warfare exists. I don't care what denomination you exist or subsist or commit to, or none of them. Non-denominational. If that's you, boo, I support you. But let me tell you something. When you're looking at a narcissist, you're looking at a demon. Real talk. You're looking at someone who wants to fill you with their energy, fluids, any kind, and they want you to be betrothed to them. It's incredibly vampiric. How do you think that Interview with the Vampire was written? There is an understanding of demonic exchange. Yes, great fan fiction. We all love the work. Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise at the height of their careers, Dakota Fanning. No, that wasn't Dakota. Who was that? Please, sir, I want some more. Oh, I can't think of her name. She starred in that movie with Elizabeth. In any case, it's not Dakota. It was the pre-Dakota Fanning, and she's iconic. Anyway, what I'm going to tell you here is this. This is energy transference. And there will be triangulation, and there will be depravity, and there will be someone taking you through and wasting your time. Do not think that it is not demonic, because it is. For someone to steal chunks of your life is like some weird Disney spell. It is real. They drag you to hell with them. When I think of my life a few years ago, and for the 10 that I served, the 20 that I served in various relationships, I don't recognize me. And when I counsel my clients, I tell them they too will be free. But I was living in abject poverty, and I was living in lack. And it's not because the person said you have to, but it's because their karma was on my back. They didn't even understand to the highest degree because they're not that intelligent, and neither did I. So I wasn't either. So that's not a knock to them in that regard. They were manipulative for sure. But I want you guys to understand something. When you divest and you stop taking that drama, you will set yourself free and find someone who is really your spiritual energy alignment. Caught a vibe? Maybe we could hang out for the night. Every time I come here, I catch a vibe with you guys because you've been through what it is. This is what it means to find your tribe. Those other narcissists with their smear campaign, flying monkeys, and their narcissistic parents, XYZ to the third power, have found their tribe. And let them eat each other alive like the rabid beasts they are. This, my love, over here is the freedom word to take you far. Call me Harriet, because I'm leading you out. If you think that that's all your life was about, was to be strung along and to be some secret part of some third party that nobody ever actually told you about, actually, then I'm here to set you free. Okay? Then call me Tubman and follow me. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children, wade. God's going to trouble the water. That's what happens when you get your freedom papers, is God has troubled the water so that those fucking hellhounds can't chase you down and sniff you out. That's what the narcissist life is about. They are rabid. They are rabies-filled. They are beasts. Do you have to cover yourself in onions to set yourself free? Message, real slave story. There is a price to pay for your freedom and your glory. There is a price to pay. There is pain. It is gory. You are fighting alligators in the swamp. You're fighting your own mental issues because you think, how did I get here? You're fighting your own fears. Will I always be lonely? No. That's why I'm here to tell you there is freedom. There is another side. There is a better life. There is autonomy. There is free choice, free will. There is partnership that doesn't kill. Follow me. But don't follow me because I'm nobody's guru. I'm just talking, you know. Follow your true north. Follow yourself out. If you're here on this channel, then you know what it's about. Follow you. Follow the truth. Follow the leads. Follow the intuition. Follow the internal nigglings as you hear the lies. Follow their confessions that they put in disguise. You are your own detective. You are your own gumshoe. You are your own PI. I have a few clues. I'm not going to lie, because I've been through it in the sweet by and by. But that chariot swung low to carry me home. And home is the other side. It's a land of milk and honey where relationships are true, where someone is honest and they actually love just you, where they have boundaries. What are those? And they tell the truth, not grow their nose. Pinocchio, so many lies. I'm sorry for those of you that have been through what I've been through because I know the pain and the cost. I know what it cost you. But I'm telling you, you deserve much more. And if you're white knuckling and you're new and you've never been here before, I promise you, baby, you're going to get through it. I promise you, push, push, we're going to do it. Let me be the midwife. Let me be your doula. Let me help you push when you think I have to give up. I have no more left in me. I have nothing left in my cup. I have not one more breath in me. I'm tired and I'm in pain. I hurt. That narcissist drove me almost insane. But I promise you, I'm here to breathe into you your worth again and again and again and again. Your life is not a game. That's what the narcissists like to play. But when you walk forward, you walk into a new day. It is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. This is for you. This is for me. This is for us. This is for the rainbow children. This is for the star seeds. This is for the Minnetonkaans and the Palladians too that we let be. This is for the Greys. Caught a vibe, found a tribe. Maybe we can hang out for the night. Maybe we can hang out for a life. Maybe we can grow and get it right. Maybe we can grow and find our love. Maybe we can grow and be okay with hugs. Some of those narcissists ruin physical touch for you. I speak life and reconnection over you. Some of those narcissists ruin intimacy and relationships. They gave you and left you with PTSD. That was the gift. It was like their herpes. It never goes away, does it? You guys know that pain. I'm talking about the emotional herpes, that PTSD. Check out a channel by the Crappy Childhood Fairy here on YouTube. She deals with childhood PTSD that never leaves any of us. It is essentially the spiritual herpes. And when you are dealt with one of those narcissists, that's what they leave you with, is these things that pop up and you think, how? I thought I dealt with that. And a new person comes in and they're actually safe, but you don't trust them because of the days and days that you were dealing with the mind games. I see you, empath. I know you, divine feminine. I am you, earth angel. We are each other. You deserve friends that are real and lovers that don't smother with controlling tactics that are backwards, that don't feel even sexy, don't feel like love, just feel like blow after blow. They feel like absentia. They feel like malnourishment. Bony hands that don't comfort but cause pain. We are walking out of that. We are walking through that rain. We are walking through those bogs and those swamps. And I promise you, we get out. We survive. We move on. Don't let anybody mislead you and waste any more of your time. To wrap it where I began, if they world caught up with whatever the taboo was, and then they sabotaged it again, then they were not your lover, they were not your divine masculine, they were not your counterpart, they were not your friend. They ruined it. They sabotaged you. Because narcissists never want to see you win, and even them giving themselves to you where you would be healing them would be too much of a win. So they will cut off their nose to spite their face. They will commit themselves to be fully disgraced, for the mask to come off, for everyone to know what a con artist and a fraud they are, because they just didn't want you to have that win. Sounds like their karma's already begun. And it sounds like for you, a new day does begin. Set yourself free expeditiously. The world is waiting. New love is waiting. Real connection is waiting. Your tribe is calling. Drums are playing and the fires are burning bright. I'm seeing it in my mind's eye. The night lit up with energy. We are the tribe. We are the people we came to see. We are the people that are helping each other get free. I haven't looked down at the comments yet, but I love your energy. I love the way you love each other in the comments and talk to each other all friendly. It makes me so happy because this is worth those swamps and fighting those alligators. This is worth the escape plan for the year where the narcissist doesn't know that you will no longer be near. This is worth everything and every tear. This is real. And here, there's no fear, just love. All right, guys, let me see what the comments are. And I'm going to come back. Oh, ooh. Gilly says he's had to hold on. Hold on. I hear some sounds. Gilly says he's had to cut out some toxic people recently. It's hard, but he knows it's for his highest path. It is. I feel that I'm coming into my own personal power because I won't let anyone treat me less than anymore. And Gilly says he feels this. And he says, I love the Mortal Kombat reference. I will never go back to my ex. My empathetic side wants to give and trust, but I know that's only going to put me back into the darkness I spent months pulling myself out of. That's true, Gilly. Yes, 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 he says. The court case is something I feel for Johnny, but I can just feel the narcissistic energy of Amber Heard. It's true. I feel the same way. He says, I don't roll that way, but I don't judge anyone who's polyamorous. Me either. I don't. If it's done properly, good for you. Pure dark energy. I'm with your vibe. Oh, thanks, Gilly. Yes, I do. I love your message. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Gilly. It's only me, but I heard your message loud and clear. Oh, it's not just only you. You count, and I'm so grateful. You count, and I'm glad you're here. And thank you for all of the comments, Gilly. It was so good to spend some time with you. And for anybody watching this on the replay, say hi to Gilly in the comments and come back and check me another day. So good to spend time with you. Come back and join me another time, and we will continue to evolve together.